Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need read for this full moon in September into October, the new moon in October 2021. I'm your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. Links in the description box. The Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal, my Scorps. For some reason, Robert Scorpio was giving me, before this reading, getting flashes, like General Hospital flashbacks from the 80s, right? Oh my God, my mom watched that thing every day, just subconsciously made its way in. So I guess I'm ready to read you, right? He was a detective, he was a spy, a cop, something like that. So let's do this. We are doing a 7-card draw, 1 card from 7 different decks to get you the clues, tips, and hints that you need about a specific timeline. The full moon, well, technically in Pisces, though the moment it goes full, it goes void, of course, and that would be on Monday, September 20th, 7:55 p.m. Goes void, of course, until 11:13 p.m. on the 20th when it goes into the sign of Aries. 2 days after that, we've got Mabon, autumnal equinox, equal day, equal night, highly magical window of opportunity. Just gonna say, for a waning moon, letting go, harvesting, right? Very, very interesting. And then guess what? A couple of days after that, September 27th, Mercury goes direct. Then we have the new moon. It's a lot. There's a lot going on here. New moon in Libra on Wednesday, October 6th, 7:05 a.m. And 2 days after that, on the 8th, Mercury goes direct. So it's a lot. Possibly some comebacks, some come-arounds. You know, don't sign any contracts, all of that. So really to get ahead of the game by doing some shadow work. And that's what this is about. These 8 decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints. It's a shadow read that you need to know about in order to do the alchemy from lead to gold, right? Waning moon, right? Right? Letting go, releasing, shrinking, minimizing, but certainly forgiving, releasing, alchemizing, all that jazz. So it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs just because you can get more information about what we're about to look at in this timeline, or maybe a different timeline interwoven, that because the shadow work is at maximum on planet Earth right now, so the more of us doing it, the smoother the transitions will go in the external world. That being said, if you'd like a reading with me, I have a video in the description box called Booking a Reading with Mal. I'm not just talking about how to book a reading with me, that's easy, but what goes on before, during, and after for myself and my clients on the whole. Okay. We're going to go that there's a throat chakra thing involved here. Yes, it is very, very muggy here. I just had a big cup of coffee with half and half in it. I'll take the biological responsibility for that half of it. But let's see what's going on in your throat chakra, our 2nd card down. Because we're going to start with the Caroline Mace archetype to get you your 8th chakra dynamic, and that will certainly map out the archetypal lesson from shadow to light, healthy, toxic to healthy, lead to gold for this waning moon. Shall we? Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath, and if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace I can from the divine through my intuitive skills, through these cards, which are all listed in the bottom of the description box, so that you can do this wisely and well and for the well-being of all. Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. And here we go. I call upon the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, general assembly, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, and the spirit animals and totems for the Scorpio collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. Using the Caroline Mace archetype deck, please leave the card in my hand. What is the dominant 8th chakra archetype hovering over their head, changing everything in their energy system, not just their chakras, but the electromagnetics of what they attract and repel, people, places, and things, this full to new moon, September into October. Oh, lovely. The Mediator. Now, every archetype is neutral. Neutral? Neutral. As toxic as the shadow is as healthy as the light is, and vice versa. Wisdom family archetype. The shadow is what the shadow work indicates that needs to be done. The light, what you're shooting for. The shadow attribute, negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda. In my family, that's called putting your thumb on the scale. I'm from New York. It's a very New York-y thing. Either personally or professionally. So in your personal life, like taking one person's side over another when you know that they're not necessarily telling the truth, just to make peace, right? That's the shadow mediator. The light attribute, gift for negotiating fairness and strategy. To help someone negotiate a strategy is a true gift. This is a wisdom family archetype card, right? So gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. Respect for both sides of the argument. And I think that's just so neat. I think our whole planet is set up so that we learn how to do that. Holographically in so many different ways, right? Name the subject, there seems to be division on the subject, right? No matter where you are on planet Earth. So let's look what's under that. Heart, throat, third eye, crown, right? This is mystical power, 8th chakra. We're going to look at the crown, the spiritual power, the third eye, mental power, throat chakra, willpower, choices and decisions. It's important. I think that's what that cough might be about, because you might have to speak up and say something here you don't want to. And your heart, emotional power. This is where the shadow work is usually done, particularly the psychological aspect of it. Please take a nice deep breath. There is shadow work in the lower 3 chakras too, but that has to do with the ancestral patterns and DNA and all that jazz. So one more nice deep breath. As I call upon the goddesses of water, the sign of Scorpio, the powers of the West, please, for the fixed water signs watching this, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, Scorpio placement, what is it they need to be aware of? Heart, throat, third eye, crown, where the shadow work usually goes down with this mediator archetype. Oh, lovely, this full to new, you got the sun. I mean, in terms of a third eye, this is seeing clearly. In terms of the third chakra, the heart chakra, this is happiness. This is being lit from within. Light is truth. So enlightenment is in truthment, and yes, has a happy vibe to it. The most positive card in the deck, no question. Patty McLean. Why, if you can find the video on YouTube, Secrets of the Tarot, narrated by Christopher Lee. They interview a bunch of tarot readers. This is back in the 90s. I had it on VHS. I use it as part of my tarot workshops when I teach. I say, watch this first. It covers a lot of ground, so we don't have to. But absolutely, the sun's shining bright within you. So I think you know the truth. I think you know the tea. I think you kind of get heart, throat, third eye, crown in this situation that you're going to play the mediator, and if it hasn't presented itself yet, it might be coming. So you might have to shed some light on stuff and make a very, very fair, wise, loving, empowered mediation decision here. Third chakra, you may not want to. Let's see what's going on the outside. Lower 3 chakras. Lower 3 chakras, yes, there's shadow work there, right? Because they're about physical relationships. Root chakra is tribal relationships, groups. This could totally be about a tribe. Not just your genetic tribe, your national tribe, your political tribe, your sports team, right? Your friends, the company, the industry you work on, right? All these different electromagnetic patterns were woven in tribally. Second chakra, one-on-one relationship, if this is about a person. Certainly that can show up here. And if it's solar plexus, this is about your relationship to yourself. And I think only you are going to know that in a general read. That's why you want to book me private if this is a really big deal. Breathe. As I call upon my gods of water, the sign of Scorpio, the powers of the West, please, lower 3 chakra from the outside, looking in at them, from their inside, looking out at some aspect of the physical world, lower 3 chakras, all of that, some of that holographically, what do they need to be aware of, right? Like some landmarks here, some signposts. they're alchemizing this mediator with the sun on the inner, which is a really, I mean, other than justice, if it was a justice card, that would be good too. But this is just as good. What's going on for them on the outside? This full to new. There has been a trend in this particular series. Almost every sign has had double major arcana, and you are no exception. The Devil card, Pan. I really think, for some reason, the Leo and the Virgo are the only two that have not gotten major arcana. There's only 2 tarot decks, 1 card each. Now, here's the thing. You know the truth. You know the right vibe. You've got the clarity. Amaterasu, goddess of the sun. Beautiful, beautiful, I believe Japanese goddess. I'll say Asian for right now. Don't cancel me. I'm doing my best. But the Devil card here, Pan in the Greek mythic tarot, we are certainly looking at attachments and fears and stuff going on, codependent ties perhaps, right? Like I said, you're the mediator between these two people, but if I don't do what they want, they're gonna make my life hell. Right? So, I think you know the tea, you know the truth. This is tricky. And of course, this certainly indicates like lower 3 chakras, as I said, any type of relationship. But ultimately, it's about your honor code, your solar plexus, your self-esteem, the truth of who you are and who you want to be, right? Your own personal power there, not tribal, not relational, personal power here that feels like it's in chains. Now, of course, facing your fears is really big in shadow work, and so this might not be a shadow necessarily inside of you. I mean, it is, but light is being shown on that. Healing, such a healing card, the Sun card. So whatever these chains are, here's just a little spellsy-wellsy for you. Break chains of illusion and set all things to right. Reveal what has been hidden and bring the truth to light. For the well-being of all and with harm to none. As I will it, so let it be done. Like and subscribe. G Mark, why do you have that one memorized? Actually, did I think I took a spell from Charmed first series. First series. And just rewrote it, right? Whatever. Sounds like something I would come up with even of my own eventually. Let's talk to the Ascended Masters. Now, the Ascended Masters, I call them in General Assembly. And really, even with this devil on the table here, I still could. But there is something I'm getting here in the lower 3 chakras that this is about your relationship. So we're going to ask for the Ascended Masters of soul contracts, right? Think of it as a specialty in a law firm. Breathe. Right, the Universal Ascended Master Law Firm. What of Jermaine, Nada, and Maitreya? What, please, one card in clarity, my beloved Ascended Masters of soul contracts. Sananda, Sananda, Sananda. Can I please have one card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, the perfect mantra to help them heal. It's a healing mantra deck, right, that they can focus their minds on. Nobody needs to know about it, Scorpios that they are, so they can really come into balance here, right, to be the mediator and to be a channel of the divine wisdom in that, right, to do it in a way that is for the well-being of all. What's their perfect mantra? Alchemizing this mediator with the sun on the inner, the devil on the outer, this full to new. Asking for angelic support. Really, what's a demon but an angel that has forgotten who they are? My angels respond when I am open and authentic about how I feel. Now look, inside you've got this light, this guidance, this grace. Happiest card in the deck, certainly a clairvoyant card. If the moon is cloudy, this is clear. Heart, third eye crown. There's a nice healthy alignment here. But in terms of dealing with the devil, whether your own fears or someone who is really playing that role in their own chains, of pain, perhaps the adversary which is, you know, what the devil is, if you're going to do it scripturally, right? Old and New Testament, the adversary. So calling upon the angels respond when you're open and authentic about how you feel, which means you can't fake it with them. They know how you feel, but you got to call upon angels. That's the thing. Angels can't intervene unless you ask. Law of non-intervention, right? So to say, okay, I would say go with Archangel Gabriel, angels of the water, right? The powers of the West. All right, emotion. I am feeling this and I don't want to feel it, but I guess I got it and I don't know what to do. But yet, shine your light, help me. And you get the support. So they don't stop you from feeling what you're feeling, but they give you the insights, the guidance, the grace, the healing as you're feeling. Because you got to feel it to heal it. I really wish there was another way, but there's not. Not if you're an empath on top of it. And remember, you might be feeling other people's energies, those of people involved, or other people who are in similar situations all over the planet. That's how much unity consciousness is manifesting from the inside out right now, right? So, you know, it doesn't have to be a great big huge ceremony, colloquial prayer, oh, angels help me, I feel like shit. Well, okay, and they come, unconditional love, guidance and grace. You know, you don't have to call upon a specific angel. Angels know who they are. And they know who you are. Goes right along with that. And you're a divine child like everybody else. And you're being put in a tricky situation here, I get the feeling. Will you abuse your wisdom? Will you put the thumb on the scale out of fear, usually of loss of some kind, right? Or a codependent pattern, or abuse or neglect, right? Those are the 4 ego wounds. Certainly those make the chains that bind, but they are chains of smoke. They only appear real. They're not. Higher selves of all involved. The party turned your deck. Let's see what this is about. The Whispers of Love Oracle. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, the higher selves of all involved in this soul contract, tribal, one-on-one, personal, all of that, some of that, the 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, higher selves. What is the whisper of love for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watching this video, receiving this reading, alchemizing the Mediator, Sun on the inner, Devil on the outer, and asking their angels for angelic support, right? Turn the party. What is this about? What is the whisper of love from the highest dimensional truth possible? Because love never goes out of style above the 4th dimension. What do you got going on there? What's the information, inspiration, insight they need this full to new? Love is all around you. And I think that speaks to that asking for angelic support. But let's go in. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Now, here's the thing. The mediator is not just about making choices and decisions for yourself. It's usually between 2 parties. I was raised by a lawyer. My mother divorced my father, married her divorce lawyer. Talk about a true love story. All right, I know what mediation is, right? I've heard about, well, we're not going to bring it to trial, we're going to do it through mediation, right? It's like I know that from very, very wee, teeny, tiny little Mel. So, you know, there's usually 2 things here, a negotiation that can go on, and there's a strategy that you may be able to bring through from the angels, but I feel like only if you're authentic about how you are feeling, that love is all around you, to really call in the angels and say, but what if what I say ends the relationship with this person? That is a legitimate fear, but compromising your integrity and your wisdom is not going to make it any better. You're just going to repeat it. It could be delayed but not prevented. That's from Course in Miracles. I really wish people understood that. The healing that we need to do, the shadow work implied for any of us, all of us as a collective, can be delayed but not prevented, because then the shadow, and you're a Scorpio, you should know this, pops up and possesses you when you're tired, when you're weak, when you're angry, and you end up burning the house down. It's not great. Right? Lucretia Borgia, poison rings in their coffee. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Sometimes I wonder if the Sicilian side of my Italian side of my family, but mostly Sicilian descendants of the Borgias. I do love poison rings. I do love my jewelry. Fashion and function. You can't blame me. I'm a Virgo, Leo rising. So who are the spirit animals and totems walking with you through all of this? We're going to use the Divine Animals Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. I'm sure she doesn't talk like that. I don't know who she is, but I love her. I love this book. I love the deck. I did an unboxing for this. If you we go through each card, but I only read one from the bookie book. There's a lot in this bookie book. It's a chunk of a bookie book. You tell I was raised by a nursery school teacher. So let's find out. Let's to contact the pantheons of the animal totems and spirit animals, because they're not the same thing. They all hang out. Takes a little bit of pre-verbal higher vibe. Give me a sec. Breathe. Here we go. Here we go. As I call upon the pantheons of totems and spirit animals for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, who walks with them, who lends them their magic. They just have to ask, right? They just have to connect. They just have to tune in to the vibe, the keyword, the magic, the animal. There are animal totems and spirits for everyone. Every spiritual tradition tends to have them. So what's the one that walks with them to help them on this journey, this shadow work journey? Alchemizing the Meteor, Sun on the inner, Devil on the outer, asking for angelic support, and that love is all around them. The truth of unity consciousness. I am the Holy Son of God herself, right? We are all that. We are all the children of the One. Therefore, we hold the One in the truth of who our hearts. And a Scorpio can feel that deeply and not let on about it necessarily. So who walks with them, please, my beloved animal totem, spirit animal pantheons for the Scorpio, this full to new. They're flashing me back to the 70s and the 80s pretty heavily today. Red Fox, I'm coming, Elizabeth! If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you are too young. Sanford and Son, Red Fox, Fred Sanford, God bless his soul. I saw him on HBO a long time ago doing stand-up. Foul and funny, I'll never forget. Him and Buddy Hackett, man, they played like such lovable characters on TV, but in stand-up, they were murderously funny and wouldn't be able to get away with it now, I'll tell you that. So, Red Fox here. Strategy is the key word. You've got a double whammy in a 7-card draw. Absolutely, the strategy of the Red Fox, right? Fox is slyness and cunning. Not quite the coyote, the trickster, but it's card number 3. I mean, they put the number in white print with a white background. What am I going to do? I need to see what it is. It just cracks me up. There are certain cards that just hit me a certain way when I read them, and this is one of them. And I've dated a bunch of Red Fox archetypes, tricksters, but sly. Ready? Breathe. Breathe this in. So, Scorpio. Red Fox strategy. Work through a strategy to get what you want. This is a time of transformation. Scorpio keyword, transformation. So do not hide what you really are. Be a part of nature, not apart from nature. Be patient. Your opportunity will come. Like a red fox pulling back and watching. Very Scorpio. Very, very, very Scorpio. To sniff out the strategy. And now they go in here, the mythos, the myth of the Red Fox. We're not going there. The magic, however, we are going to look at here and read it with the microphone. Get the book, you'll see why I use this. The magic. If you need some prosperity in your life, or you are wishing for a more connected relationship to the world on any level, Inari Okami, I'm going to guess that's Asian, may be able to give you a strategy to assist. That's in the mythos that they give in each chapter. As the Inari and their Kitsumi, I am totally getting anime flashbacks. Oh my god, I can't remember. I can't remember the name of it. Come on. Not just the red-tailed fox. That's Naruto. The other one, oh, it'll come to me. As the Inari and their Kitsumi is a living tradition, you can use modern Shinto ways to honor them. And if you are lucky enough, you can visit one of the Kitsumi temples in Japan. Okay, it's Japanese. Inuyasha! Thank you! Thank you, spirit guides of anime. Fox magic is transformative, and foxes can help you find the best way to get through any puzzling or difficult situation. You're just gonna have to be a little sly G, Scorpio. First nature, or necessarily say first nature, second nature. Y'all can be secretive. It's what you're about. Fixed water. You can have an emotion for years that nobody knows about until you let the pigeons loose. This makes a lot of sense. Like I said, you got the double whammy of strategy here, the keyword here, and in the light attribute here. I think you're headed in the right direction. It's just a difficult, puzzling situation riddled with lies, illusions, deceptions, and delusions of the devil. And those can be tribal. They can be like things you were raised with were just never true, right? Certain preferences, certain prejudices, certain behaviors, certain belief systems. It's just how it rolls on planet Earth. But you're the immortal soul. None of that's who you are at core. So what's the hidden blessing here? How about we ask the blessed be, the mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower by Lucy Cavendish, because we've got Stacey DeMarco and Lucy Cavendish. I freaking love it. I took voice and diction lessons in high school and college. I specialized in dialect, so I can slide all over the continents of planet Earth, depending on who I'm tuned to. Shall we? We started with the pantheons, the collective pantheons. We end with the collective pantheons. Last card down. Breathe. As I call upon the collective pantheons yet again, for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, what is the blessing, the hidden blessing, the blessing that they will get as the result of the shadow work that you have already laid upon them for this full moon in September, waning to new moon in October, mediating the healing, alchemizing the mediator archetype with their gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of the argument, with the sun within them lighting them up. With the devil card there, some constraints, some fear, some chains of illusion, maybe even some chains of pain tribally carried through the DNA, asking for angelic support. So their angels respond when they are open and authentic about how they feel. And let's skip a card, because they can be stealthy about it. Nobody needs to know that they're doing that. That could be part of their interior strategy here to help them really see that love is all around them and all around the people involved in this too, not just them. That there is love everywhere all the time, that they simply need to acknowledge this is truth, and perhaps that's part of their strategy. Maybe not something that they say, but I can see they could be feeling not necessarily the romantic love of Eros, but the divine true love, often called agape, right? That Greek word, love of all, not just polis, love of the city, love of just us, not necessarily them. So please, what is the hidden blessing for the Scorpio collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs this full to new September, October 2021. Well. Scorpio fixed water sign, ain't you just got a blessing of the waters? Blessing of the waters, card number 4. A blessing of the waters for a water sign. This should be interesting. And I just need the magnifying glass for just the opening part, but I got my blessing cords on. I got my torch of Ariel right here. Let's do this. Please take a nice deep breath. Card number 4, a blessing on the waters. Water elf, sea nymph, mermaid, whatever you want to call her. A blessing to bring in the powers of the waters to cleanse and purify, rebirth, and restore you. From the great bodies of water in this world we arose. We humans, more water than flesh, shaped from the bones of land and caressed into form by the movements of our liquid mother. The ocean, we arose and came to the earth by way of water. It's true. We crawled out of the ocean. Talk about a past life flashback. While we await to be born into this new lifetime, we are nurtured from conception by the waters before we emerge from our mothers and meet the land and the air. Pregnancy. So it is to the water we turn when we must be reborn, when life stagnates or when we fall into despair. We turn to the water to bless us and shape us, to hold us up when we cannot walk, to give us a dream between the dreams, to bring back to life our emotion and wash clean the soul wearing its cloak of despair. Shadow work. We can ask for the blessings of the water on our psyches, so our soul self can be free of heaviness and learn to move as water does, through even the greatness of blocks of stones in the river. Water wears away stone. We ask for the blessings of waters on our blood, so our inheritance comes to us untainted by the dark memories we sometimes dwell on. And we ask for the blessings of waters to let us release what we are burdened with through the intelligent tears, beautiful words, freeing us from a pent-up store of unfreed feelings. Scorpio white courtesy telephone, please. We ask for the blessings of waters on our relationships, so that the water moves through and cleanses our friendships and families and lovers from the resentments that humans sometimes fall prey to. And we ask for the blessings of waters for ourselves, so that like the water, we develop humility and know when to reshape our lives and flow into the best form for us now. May water smooth the sharp edges of your pain and give you ease in times when you are storm-swept and rain-dashed. May your intuition be fresh and flowing. May your feelings be clean and clear as water, flowing over river rocks in the wilderness. May your emotions be as powerful as the wave of the ocean, as deep as the sea. May you accept the mysteries of your own depths. May you never thirst. And always be blessed by water, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So motivate. Blessed be. Blessed, blessed, blessed be my Scorpio. Look, let me put it together for you real quick. Alchemizing the Mediator. Feeling it out. Yes, wisdom archetype, but an emotional wisdom. A heart, third eye crown aligned wisdom. And you are in a tricky, sticky situation. There is fear there. But there is a strategy here. The more you do the shadow work, the more you call upon the angels to give you the support you need to feel what you're feeling and move through it. On the other side of the emotional alchemy, the shadow work, is the insight, the strategy, the wisdom that comes from the experience of passing through those emotions. And they're telling you, love is all around you. Everybody in this situation really loves each other, even if they don't look at it, even if they don't know each other. Love is who we are. It's in the air we breathe. It's in our bones. It's in our blood. And therefore, to call upon the blessings of the waters, my beloved Scorpios, that's Ireland, right? Make your own holy water. Drink your own holy water. Blue Ho'oponopono, blue solarized Ho'oponopono water, if you know what I'm dig it, and if you don't, drop me a message. I'll give you a link. Wow, what a very, very powerful read. And certainly, if you want a reading to look at this in a Celtic cross spread or a soul contract read, you reach out to me. Watch the video if you're not one of my regular clients. Booking a reading with Mal, by all means, read my book, The Lower Three Chakras. It's all done by chakra chapter, Words of Grace. Links in the description box, and certainly if you want to come in and check out the Path of True Love reads, the Path of True Love classes that I'm doing on Zoom via Facebook on the Facebook page. There's an event link for that too. Thank you so much for watching. If you like it, remember, break chains of illusion and set all things to right, reveal what has been hidden, and bring the truth to light. For the well-being of all with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Such a lovely little spell. Wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of this shadow work. It seems like on the table here, my beloved fixed water Scorpios hail. Farewell, and blessed, blessed be.